Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki and today I have a real quick project for you. We're going to start off this tutorial by mixing equal parts of our resin. It comes in two parts, A and B, and you mix them together for about 30 seconds. Make sure it's fully blended, and then I go right into pouring it into my molds. Now with this resin, you really have to work fast. It's a fast curing formula. And I could feel it thickening up on me before I even finished pouring. So no messing around. Once it's mixed, move quick. And it's okay if you get some on the sides. It's real easy to clean up. It hardens and you can just pick it off. And if it's stuck to your mold itself, if you can get it before it fully cures, it's much easier to remove. I had to use scissors to cut some off, and then others I was able to just bend and it snapped off. I'm just going to go around and cast some different designs until all my resin is gone. After about 10 minutes, I just popped them right out of their molds and they came out real easy. I probably could have taken them out sooner, but look how nice they come out. I just love that matte finish. It's beautiful. I found this faux stack of books from Goodwill for just a few dollars, and anytime I see these there, I do pick them up because there's so many different things that you can make with these book stacks. So I start off by removing the label and everything and wiping it down. And next I'm going to pick out some cardstock from Paper Studio. I want something that'll complement the resin pieces and give the whole thing a cohesive look. So I ended up going with a black sheet for the bold base, and then I layered in a vintage style print to give it some old world charm. If you've been following me, you know that I love anything that gives those classic, slightly grungy vibes. That is what I'm all about. Once I picked out my papers, I grabbed this resin piece that I plan on using for the project. It's going to act like a little frame. I'm going to hold the section of cardstock I want to show through and kind of play around with the placement until it feels right. Then I just go ahead and trace around the frame so I know exactly what area to cut. Once that's done, I carefully trim it and set it aside for the next step. It's already starting to come together, and I'm loving the way the vintage paper looks behind that resin. So I didn't want any of the white showing through, so I'm cutting the cardstock to fit around all four sides of the book. Now the top, let me tell you, I definitely could have done that differently. I have no idea why I cut it the way I did. Instead of just laying down a simple piece, I decided to get fancy and basically make a frame out of it. Don't ask me what was going on in my brain because I don't know. Creative chaos, I guess. That's all I can say. Anyway, I just used my hands to wrap the paper around the book and feel out where the edges are so I can make little creases. That helped guide me to where I needed to cut so everything would fit nice and snug. There are a few areas that you can see a little bit of white peeking through, but you'll see I'll fix that. All right, let's have a little chat while you watch me cut my paper and glue it down and cut my paper and glue it down. I need your input. So July is right around the corner, which means Christmas in July is coming right up. I already have a few festive ideas planned, but I would love to know from you, what kind of Christmas in July crafts do you want to see? Fun decor, gift ideas, something vintage inspired. Also, have y'all been at Hobby Lobby lately? They already have fall stuff out and they have for weeks now. I'm talking pumpkins, leaves, cozy signs, all of it. I swear it goes from summer to sweater weather in a blink of an eye. I'm not mad about it because I absolutely love fall. And us crafters need to start early for craft fairs and such. So while I'm over here playing with resin and thrift flips, I'm also starting to plan for fall. And before we know it, we'll be up to our elbows in full on Christmas. Let me know in the comments what you're in the mood for. More mixed media, Dollar Tree flips, tablescapes. I'm always open. So let me know. I'm always open to trying new things and I want to make things that you actually want to see. So let's brainstorm together, okay? Let me know. I don't know what it is, but I've always been drawn to dark and moody vintage decor. It's got this deep romantic feel that I love so much, kind of like walking into a room where every object has a story to tell. And I think that's what I love most about crafting. Every little detail you choose, the paper, the color, the textures, it all carries feeling. Everything we see and touch has a memory, a mood tied to it. And honestly, it reminds me so much of Outlander. Are you an Outlander fan, any of you? That show totally unlocked a part of me that loves history, texture, mood, and meaning. I mean, the way the sets are styled, all the aged wood, candlelight, stone walls, fabrics, it's like a candy store for anyone who loves timeless layered design. And I am one of those people. That dark vintage look just pulls you right in. It's dramatic, but not overdone, romantic, but with grit. If you're an Outlander fan, I want to know. That's the same kind of mood I want to bring to this project and so many of my other recent projects. Hence why I'm over here with resin in hand, layering cardstock, and reworking a thrifted faux book, and I'm channeling that same energy. I want to create something that feels old and found, like it could sit on a shelf in some dusty old cottage in the Highlands. Something that makes you want to reach out and touch it because it feels like a memory. Okay, now that I have everything glued down and in place, I'm adding a little rickrack trim around the box. I'm using it to mimic that separation where the books would naturally meet, just to give it more of that stacked book look. It's a small detail, but it really helps sell the illusion. Plus, I love how Rick Rack adds that vintage charm. It reminds me of old craft books and sewing kits from back in the day. Just one of those little touches that makes a big difference in the final piece. All right, I'm going to add one last trim, this black one right along the top edge of the book stack. Now I'm taking my black pearl metallic paint by Paint Chacur and going around the whole book stack, giving those white spots a good cover up. Especially around the edges where the paper is trying to show off, I'm not leaving any oopsies behind. This baby's getting the full-on glam treatment. And then because I don't trust those corners to behave, I am going to add a dab of Aleene's Tacky glue here and there. And that wraps up our vintage, dark, and moody faux book stack. I hope it sparked a little inspiration or at least made you smile. If you're new here, I truly hope you'll stick around. And to those of you coming back, I love you more than I love my glue gun on a good day. Thank you for spending this creative moment with me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and chat it up with me in the comments. I always love hearing from you. Until the next time, bye.